Yo, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all be? How y'all be? How y'all be? Hoping y'all are good out there. It is me, your boy, Jarrell, better known as Life Coach Jarrell, and welcome to another segment of Evolving with Life Coach Jarrell. To all of the evolvers out there, I want to say hello, good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever the case may be. Hoping you are doing well. If you are new listening to my podcast station and hopefully you hear something that you like or something that makes you feel good, go ahead and follow the podcast station. And just remember, whenever you follow my podcast station, not only are you a friend, not only are you a family member, but you become one of the evolvers. And that is the name of the people, the family, the circle, the community that we've built here on my podcast, where we evolve in life. We make better choices, better decisions. We choose us, and we live our life in a way that makes us happy. So yeah, welcome. It is, what is it? It's Sunday. I want to say today is October 12th. And it is actually 4:52 a.m. Y'all, I've been up since like 2:20. I ended up falling asleep maybe around 10, I believe. So, 9 or 10, somewhere like that. I was trying to watch a movie. I was trying to watch The Happening, but I ended up taking the melatonin and I fell asleep. But some type of way I woke up at 2:02 and I've not been able to go back to sleep. So, I decided to just get up, come in the front room, catch up on some vlogs. And, I kind of thought about what I was going to cook for dinner today, but something said, well, hey, you're up and there's a message that like needs to be given. There's energy that needs to be spoken to, there's work that needs to be done. Right. So, yeah, I said, you know what, let me plug everything up and let me record. Let me get into my podcast era. And so that is, that's where I'm at. So if you guys hear any music playing in the background, I'm listening to a lo-fi playlist on YouTube. If you guys are familiar with Lo-Fi Girl, she is playing in the background. Hopefully I don't get copywritten or stricken, but if I do, it is what it is. I can always put out more content, right? But yeah, I was just kind of up this morning and I kind of went about my day yesterday, and there was something that popped in my mind, and there was a question. Because I was listening to something about gardening, and I can't remember what it was, but somebody was talking about, I know what it was. It was, I was watching a video on YouTube about this soybean farmer who was saying that his crops have taken a hit due to the things going on in the world with Trump and China and things like that. And he was just saying that, this is how my family makes it. We plant these crops, we take our time, we hope that they grow right so that we can sell them and make money and bring things back. And instantly while I was watching it, I just had this thought in my head, and it was like a thought in my head, but then it's like I heard this voice and it said, as we're like at the end of 2026, like the question is, what did you plant this year? And did you nourish it? Was your soil good? Was your foundation good? Were you consistent? Were you there for the growth? Did it or that thing like yield you a positive result in your life? Or did you not see any growth this year? Did you have maybe bad soil, maybe bad intentions, a bad foundation? Or do you feel like what you've planted has yet to sprout? Like there's a lot going on underneath the surface. There's a lot going on underground and underneath that a lot of people, may not know. Like, where are you in your life this year? I purposely had to ask myself. I was like, man, what have you planted this year, Jarrell? And I thought about it, and it got a little hard because I was like, well, what did I plant? But I had to actually work in reverse, and I was like, what have I had an opportunity to celebrate and to take full advantage of this year? And so I was like, okay, well, there was, of course, my trip to Bali, and I was like, that was extremely life changing. I was like evolving with Life Coach Jarrell, and I was like, man, I started January 1st of this year, and I'm literally still going extremely strong with this podcast. I thought about it, I said, man, I walked into my dream position at my job, and I was like, yeah, I've done that. And now being 40, health is a big thing to me, and I'm realizing that it's so important because health is wealth, right? And your health is the one thing that will either keep you here or take you out of here. And I kind of had some health, I don't want to say health scares, but my doctor had said some things to me. She was like, hey, you kind of showing signs of pre-diabetic. Hey, you're 40 now. We need to be considering things like prostate examinations or taking blood to see what those numbers look like. And, things like cholesterol levels. And it's like, hey, your cholesterol is a little high. And before I knew it, I was like, how did I get here? Like, I understand I'm 40. And I was like, but it just seems like I'm moving into that elderly era. Like there's like, you feel like something's always wrong, right? But good thing is I went for my checkup Friday, and my doctor was like, you are clean as a whistle. All your numbers look good. No pre-diabetic. Your cholesterol is good. Passed all my other screenings for, all my personal stuff. Like everything came back solid. Everything came back good. Healthy as a whistle. And she's like, well, we got to work on that blood pressure. She was like, it's slightly elevated, but through changes with food and exercise and things like that, I know I can be better. And that is a part that's on me, right? But I walked away just realizing that, like, hey, I am healthy, I'm strong, I'm good. And I was like, with my mental health and with my personal life, I was like, all is well. Like, I really cannot complain about anything. And it was at that moment that I realized the seeds that I had planted. And a lot of those seeds that I planted was for elevation. I elevated in my career. I've moved one step closer to working, living, and being in my passion. I sowed a seed of celebration, right? Turning 40 for me was a celebration. That is 4 decades of being alive. So for me, being able to speak a trip to Bali in existence, like back in 2017 to now, 8 years later, have taken that trip. Like I sowed that seed a long time ago. And that's kind of one of those things that I was talking about, right? That seed was sown like way back in 2017, but it was a lot of things going on underneath the ground and underneath the surface that maybe I didn't even see or that the world didn't see. But when Bali sprouted and it made itself available for me, I was able to go and to enjoy it and to soak it all up. And it was one of the greatest experiences of my 40 years on earth. There'll be more experiences, but that one right now is amazing. And so with all of those things being said, I want you all as people to really take the moment and to really take the time to ask yourself, what have you sown this year? What has yielded you a good crop? What's not sprouting right now but could be working underground? Or possibly, do you need better soil? Do you need better foundation? Maybe did you plant seeds a little bit too later than you should have? Did you plant your seeds in the wrong timing of the year or the wrong timing of your life, right? You got to ask yourself, because one thing that I do know about people that plant or people that have farms, the temperature, the weather, the ground, everything has to be right in order for you to get that good crop, right? So it's like in life, you got to make sure that things are right, and you got to make sure that your surroundings, because that's a lot of it, right? You have to make sure that your surroundings are healthy. You have to make sure your surroundings are strong. You know, sometimes you have to till. That's what farmers do. They have to till that entire ground, all that dirt, all that gravel. They got to till all of that stuff and get all of those roots and pull all of that stuff out. And sometimes they have to treat the ground. They have to treat, the field, treat whatever that area is where they are wanting to grow. Sometimes us in life, man, we have to treat our area. We have to treat ourselves. And that may look like detoxing. That may look like taking time away from people and social media. That may look like you celebrating and doing self-care Sunday, which you guys know I'm celebrating today, right? It may come or look like self-care Sunday, like you taking the time to go back inward and doing the work on you before you replant the next harvest of your life. So now we are in the month of October, right? And in this month of October, it's okay if right now the ground is not safe enough or is not ready for you to plant your seeds for 2026. It's okay if the ground you feel will be ready the end of this year, the beginning of next year. The only thing that I ask is make sure that you tend to your garden. Make sure that you tend to you. Make sure that you believe in you. Make sure that you understand you. One thing about planting any type of vegetable or fruit or anything, sometimes you have to put barriers up and protections up from pests, from raccoons, from rats to mice, worms. And once again, that goes to that treating and protecting. Whatever it is that you're growing or that you're planting for yourself in this next season of your life, man, or even if you've already planted it, make sure that you protect it. Make sure that everybody and everything does not have access to that thing that you are planning and that you are wanting and needing to grow in your life. Don't allow people and thoughts and situations to creep in your mind and creep in your heart and cause you to give up on your crop, cause you to give up on that thing that you've planted, causing you to give up on that business idea, that book, that website, that clothing line, that restaurant, that choice to walk away from that relationship, that friendship, that marriage. Don't allow outside things to get in your head, which will keep you from having or flourishing a beautiful crop. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself. Do the work, man. Do the work. And sometimes it's not about just planting and walk away. Sometimes it's about planting, man, and checking and double checking and taking like logs and keeping journals. Sometimes it takes all of that, especially when you want to make sure that something is grown or birthed the right way. So once again, man, as I end this podcast, definitely not here to keep you guys like all day, but just giving you a little something that I feel like you may need in this season of your life. Get ready for your crop to flourish, or get ready to plant, or keep paying attention and keep monitoring and keep waiting for that seed to blossom and to grow. Keep watering those dreams. Keep watering those thoughts. Keep watering that business plan. Keep watering and taking care of your mental health, and allow something beautiful to sprout so that you and others can reap the benefits. Man, I hope y'all enjoy your day. Happy belated birthday to my sister and my aunt Bernice. They are both born on the same day, October the 11th. So they celebrated their birthdays yesterday. So if y'all are listening, shout out to my sister and my aunt. And yeah, I'm going to get in here and listen to a little lo-fi music, may do a little journaling. I may even go downstairs and go to the gym and get a morning workout in. Yeah, but Take today, live your life, be happy, be blessed. And I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Later.